Hi guys, so for this video I'm going to try and do something a little bit different, as what I normally do is I usually write notes for the film I'm going to review, and then just read off those notes, because it just helps me to memorise and get everything out there that I want to say about the film. However, for this review I'm going to try and go completely without notes and try and just say what the first thing that comes to my head about the film, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and see if it can maybe make me a bit more charismatic, say characteristics, I don't know. That's not right, is it? I should try and be a bit more charismatic, and especially I think this is a film that really touched me. It's a film called Hope Gap. It came out last year, and it's a film that really got me emotionally, so I want to talk about that, and talk less from the nose and talk more from the heart, I guess. So, Hope Gap is a 2019 romance movie, and yes, I know romance, but just stay with me, alright? It's not what you're expecting it to be. The film stars Bill Nighy and Annette Bening, as well as Josh O'Connor, and the plot of the film is that there's this couple played by obviously Annette Bening and Bill Nighy that have been together for 29 years. They're getting older together, and they're both realising that they want different things, and one person can't see what the other person wants, and there's a lot of breakdown in communication, and it ends up in one person actually having to leave the relationship, and I won't tell you who that is, because then hopefully that will leave it a bit ambiguous, I guess. So it's not so much a spoiler. Excuse me, really burpy today. But yeah, the film really got me emotionally because, like I just said, that just is the plot. It's just a breakup of a relationship, but it's a breakup of a relationship that's been going on for years, and it's how two people deal with that themselves, how they both deal with their own emotions. One character has found someone else, and one character still wants to try and make the relationship work, and you have that dynamic that is very hard for both of them to deal with in their own way. And I think what's interesting in this film is that you have films like Bridget Jones and rom-coms like that, don't get me wrong, I love them, but they glorify the whole idea of everyone can be happy, everyone can find that perfect person for them, and you need that perfect person to be happy. Whereas this film doesn't do that at all. This film goes, relationships happen, and they can break down at any point. That could be, excuse me again, throat's gone a bit. It can happen 2 months into a relationship, or 25 years into a relationship, and there's nothing you can do about it. Feelings change, people change, and it's heartbreaking, yes, but it's life. And as someone who's personally gone through a breakup about 10 months ago, I kind of related to a lot to what the person who gets broken up with in this film says. A lot of the lines are very relatable, a lot of things they do is very relatable, and it really got to me. I really did get quite upset, quite a lot of points in this film actually, because it's really difficult to watch. And I think what this film shows is that no matter what age you are, you can still have the same relationship issues, despite them being older. They still have the same issues that a younger couple might have, and I think that was really interesting to show that dynamic, because I don't think we see that a lot on screen. And the performances by Annette Bening and Bill Nighy, I mean, they're absolutely outstanding, but what do we expect? They're amazing actors and actresses, and they pull off a great performance from the start. You just completely believe that these two are together, and these two have this relationship that's been going on for ages, and they really sell their own feelings, and it needed that because this film would fall flat without it. But they really do sell that well, and I really enjoyed it and really felt that this was really happening, and I was completely engrossed with this film. And then another plot point in this film is that Josh O'Connor, who's the son of these two, gets brought back. He's got his own house because he's older, and you see how it affects him. And despite being older, he's still the child in the relationship, and so you see how it affects him as well, and how he has to deal with it, and tries to put his own kind of twist on it as a young person, on how he sees the relationship. And I thought that was really interesting because it's kind of plays that age dynamic, and that we all have really the same problems no matter how old or how young we are. And I really enjoyed that. I really recommend going to see this film. I don't want to spoil it for you. It's on Netflix right now. It came out in last year, I want to say, I think. And it's really worth watching. It really got to me. If you've ever been in a relationship, if you've ever had a breakup, you'll completely relate to this film, and it'll probably hit you it'll probably hit you pretty hard because it's really relatable to, I think, most people. And I think it's gone under the radar unfairly. I'm going to give Hope Gap a 9 out of 10. Highly recommend it. Like I said, it's on Netflix. Go and watch it and enjoy it, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye.